Greetings, one and all. This is Patricia Cori coming to you from the Azores Islands in the Atlantic, which we identify as Atlantis, at least part of it. And today I am bringing you the Red Pill Report. The topic for today is the tunnel and the light trick after death. Question mark? So here goes. I've been hearing about this for so long, as many of you have, and in fact somebody recently asked me to answer the question, is it true? What's the deal? What do we do when we die? We go through the tunnel and we get trapped in an endless cycle of reincarnation. And there's a lot out there about this. I mean, a lot of people believe this, and here's what I want to propose. Now, first of all, I don't adhere to this concept, and I think it's just one of many things that have been planted in the spirit/new thought, new age communities to just bung us up mentally until we don't know what to believe. Many of you will disagree, and that's cool because debate is wonderful. We don't have to agree on everything, but we do need to talk about it so that it's out in the open, because that's what being awake is, right? And by the way, I don't use the expression woke. Never will, never did. I like the term awake/awakened, and maybe that ages me, but I don't care. Do you really think that at the soul level, where you shed this earthly confusion, this physical cage, okay, I take back physical cage. I'm not referring to the body. I'm referring to the 3D limitations that the soul takes on. So let's say the 3D form. You come from the light, you go back to the light, or at least you go back to a non-physical form, and we can decide later what that means in another discussion. Do you really think that the soul of you, the essence of you, the infinity of you is so infinitely stupid, infinitely incapable, easy to fool and elude, that you're going to follow an artificial light that's being used to trick you at the soul level to bypass the way to your next phase, the next phase of your soul's existence, which can be going into a deep sleep, going into the halls of learning, going to another life, going to another dimension, and on and on and on. And all of these things I will discuss. But surely we're not so foolish to believe that there's just like there is on the earthly plane with all these individuals who are trying to control humanity and doing a pretty good job of it, I might add, that waiting for us at the gate when we get out of this tube called physical reality, there are demons and evildoers and artificial intelligence and the matrix, or whatever you want to call it, just waiting to get their hands on us at the soul level so they can trick us to come back around, go through more reincarnational torment, and that is the belief, not mine, of the people who believe in the trap, and just use us as slaves on and on and on. You know, really, that is such a pessimistic attitude and very limited perception. I'm a Buddhist, but not by religion. I don't believe, not that Buddhism is religion, but I don't follow any creed. But the closest thing that comes to what I understand and believe about life and immortality is the Buddhist path. And I truly, and I don't agree with all of it, but a lot of it resonates. So I hold to the idea that we are sovereign beings, sparks of divine light. We decide to pop in to different three-dimensional realities and others, moving all around the multidimensional universe, experiencing, tasting, loving, learning, playing, and suffering to experience, to bring back experience to divine creation. And if I decide to reincarnate over and over and over, it's because I have lessons to learn, or because I want to experience that butterfly again. I want to see that green valley. And yeah, some people need to re-experience trouble and pain and suffering because they created it on some other level. For God's sakes, let's take responsibility for all of that. That's the beauty of the reincarnational question. If I created bad karma, I'm going to come back and fix it. And if I don't, I'll come back and fix it. And if I don't, I'll come back and fix it. And if I don't, you get the picture? And if I do, I get rewards, blessings, love, more and more and more. All the more motivation to heal your boo-boos and forgive your so-called enemies so that you can move up in your reincarnational trajectory. But I don't believe there's a trap out there and something, some dark matrix. The matrix is here, baby. We're in the matrix. Beyond the matrix, which is, the name of my show, is the light. If maybe there's also darkness for people who have to go through it again, but at any rate, don't be afraid to go to the light. That's the trap. The trap is making you fear going to the light, so you'll take a U-turn, right? I have had 2 very important, very powerful near-death experiences, which I will share. Not now, because they're more stories, and I know you love my stories, so they need their time. But I have been in that tunnel. I have seen the light at the end. I have known the bliss of that. The utter bliss, the utter love of it. And I can't wait to go back to it. Nobody's going to convince me that's a trap. No. So before you take on all these supposed insider, whistleblower theories, which are still just theories, trust your soul. Trust that you knew exactly what you were doing when you came in here. You've already decided what you're doing when you go out. And that at that level, nobody can fool you. Your soul has a mission. You have a purpose. There is goodness. You want to be trapped? Well, we're doing a pretty good job of it right now on planet Earth, but even this we can free ourselves from if only we will take responsibility for our own health, for our government, for our relationships, and for our truth, and stand up in it, no matter how much people resent you. That's the trap. Are you going to do it or not? Are you going to stand or not? That's my spiel for today. That's my red pill report for today. Be careful of circulating theories turning into convictions that have no ground at all, but just continue to scare the bejesus out of you. And that, by the way, should be the signal from the first clue that there's something awry with this concept. Because it's bad enough being scared to death in your life. Don't project it out into the afterlife. Okay, this is Patricia Cori leaving. Oh, this is probably the shortest I've ever done. I've managed to stay under 10 minutes. I'm telling you, there's hope yet. Right, okay. Thank you for listening. Buck up. Remember, it's only life. Don't take it too seriously. This is Patricia Cori, sending you love, signing out. I had to add an addendum because after I posted this video, I had more thoughts. So here, I just want to say this. I recently saw one of many videos where this nut job of a priest was thrashing this little infant in this vat of water, almost drowning her violently. 3 times, completely submerging her. She didn't even have time to catch her breath. This supposedly a baptism to wash out original sin. And I've always questioned, so what is this religion, you know, all of them? What are these religions that have you guilty at birth and needing to be cleansed at the soul level of the original sin? The original sin is your parents uniting in the sexual moment of seeding new life. And again, I thought, well, first of all, welcome to Earth, baby. But I had to add that there is no original sin. There's no sin in being born. The soul chooses to come in. It chooses its parents. It chooses the place and the time. I believe that wholeheartedly. And that gives us a lot of responsibility, because some of us hate our parents. So why did we choose them? Why did we choose to suffer? Yada, yada. That's another discussion for another day. But what I wanted to say is, again, just like I was talking about, that we are not so naive at the soul level, so stupid, so mindless, so blind, that we can aimlessly follow the first neon light that flashes our way and says, eat at Joe's this way. And neither are we so blind and foolish and aimless to come into Earth, physical reality, which many starseeders saying it's full of, I wish I wasn't here, I don't want to be here, I came from a better place. But you chose to be here, man. Celebrate what you chose to do at the soul level, which I think was to experience something quite phenomenal. And then knowing that when you go out to supposedly where this artificial beam of light is beckoning you to follow the way back to suffering, know that you came in by celebrating the fact that you came into birth, and you didn't need to be absolved of any sin. There was no sin. That's just human abuse and ignorance. And that when you go out, you celebrate the whole deal. You celebrate what you knew you wanted to do when you came in here, and you celebrate the fact that now you're returning to source. And as I said earlier, to rest, to sleep, because we're tired. This is a rough journey. To learn, to grow. Who knows the next destination? But be excited. Don't be afraid. Don't let anybody sell you fear. We got enough of that here in the tube of physical reality. Don't be afraid of what awaits. Okay? Now I can comfortably say, this is Patricia Cori signing out. Big love. Oh, and if you caught the video before I added this addendum, kindly repost your comments, because they're beautiful and I value them. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe, push the like button. You know the drill. All right. Take care, guys. Love you.